What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to talk about and be the owner of some real deal silver. In today's video, I wanted to talk about and focus on not selling all of our silver. Not selling most of our silver, half of our silver, or even a huge portion of our silver. But a small amount, just to cover an unexpected financial emergency, a situation, an expense that we were not prepared for, but thank God we have our silver. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things as we fully dive into the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, make sure to try yourself some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to be, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really simple for a new investor to start investing because of how easy it is to learn about the market and navigate on their app. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies, any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about and answer a question that I had received on one of my more recent videos and talk about whether or not it's a mistake to sell just a little handful of your silver to take care of a financial expense that popped up in your life that maybe you weren't expecting, maybe you weren't prepared for. Although, if you're stacking the silver, stacking the gold, can we really say you weren't prepared for it? It is a form of financial prepping. But either way, an expense that you weren't expecting, an expense that you were not prepared for, an expense, a financial emergency that randomly popped up in your life. Is it a bad thing to sell a little bit of silver to take care of such an expense? That's what I want to focus on today. And I also want to do a quick rundown of the spot price. Quick little spot price update. Today is Thursday, May 29th, 2025 at 10:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The spot price of silver is $33.19. It's down by just a hair, down 10 cents, or down 0.32%. Spot price of gold, same day, same time, a day before the video is released, actually. Spot price of gold is $3,310.30. It's down $6.90, or down 0.21%. So both silver and gold are mildly in the red at the time I'm recording this video. By the time it's released here on YouTube at 6 p.m. the following day, or 4 a.m. the following day if you are in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is kind of like the hub for stackers. That's where I post all my videos early and commercial free. Link in the description if you're not already a VIP Club member. But that's just a little spot price update on the silver, spot price update on the gold. And now I really wanted to dial in to a question that I had received. And the question is coming from Guadalupe 7658. And the comment/question is, I just sold 14 ounces. I needed the cash, but I purchased most of it in the low 20s. Did I F up? Well, great question. Thanks for asking. I look forward to answering it throughout the course of this video. The short answer is no. You didn't screw up. In fact, you did the right thing by stacking silver in the first place, because silver, I've always said, is somewhat of a physical at-home savings account. And if you ask the average person that's stacking silver, I mean, the average person's not stacking silver, but if you take up and round up all the people that are stacking silver, the average one of them, the average one of us, are going to tell you our primary focal point, our number one objective, is to hedge against inflation long term. It's a long term play. Long term wealth preservation, store of value, and hedge against inflation. It's pretty much all about the long term. However, in the short term, it may not be ideal and we may not want to do it, but in the short term, if something were to pop up and we're utilizing the silver or the gold as a way of taking care of ourselves financially, taking care of our money, if something were to pop up unexpectedly, our money can then be there for us, regardless of what it may be. Now, obviously, you're going to want to have at least 3 months worth of expenses in cash set aside. Enough to keep a roof over your head, car on the road, food in the fridge, things of that nature. Your living expenses. Not your Netflix account, not your Domino's pizza, not the frivolous or luxury stuff. I'm talking about your bare bones essentials. Roof over your head, car on the road, food in the fridge, things like that. Those mandatory, necessary living expenses. Figure out how much it costs you per month, multiply it by 3. That's the starting point. At least 3 months worth of expenses. Beyond that, many of us take the next step onto the precious metal world. Start stacking a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold. For the long term. For the long haul. Years out, decades out. Looking to get hundreds of troy ounces, thousands of troy ounces. Who knows, maybe even one day, hundreds of thousands of troy ounces. It's pretty abstract to think about, but it would be a sight for sore eyes, that's for sure. But we're looking to get, or many of us are looking to get, as much of the physical silver content as we can possibly get our hands on for the long term. Many of us, most of us, have that long-term vision. We don't care about what spot price is today, what it's going to be tomorrow, what it'll be next week, next month, or even next year. We don't care much about the short term. We care about the long term. 5 years out, 10 years out, 20 years out, 30 years out, stuff like that. Even though we prioritize the long term over the short term, I sleep very well at night knowing that my silver is there for me if I needed it. If I absolutely needed to dip into the stack is there to be dipped into. If I didn't have the silver, I wouldn't be able to say that. If I didn't have something of value, I wouldn't be able to say that. Savings account, an emergency fund, obviously that's the go-to. That's what you're going to want to touch first. If currency's over here and money's over here, drain the currency before touching the money. Obviously. But if you're stacking the silver, if you're stacking the gold, it is there for you to use or utilize in the short term if you were to run into something. Whether it be an emergency car repair or God forbid, knock on wood, whole new car. Whether you are using a combination of a cash savings account and silver or gold as a way of saving up for a down payment on a house. Maybe it be an injury puts you out of work for a little while. Maybe it be a job layoff. Whatever the case may be. Something in the short term and something on a micro level, aka something happening to you. Not something large scale. I'm not talking about the long-term ramifications of inflation. That's long-term and that's large scale. That's on a macro level. I'm talking about a micro level, something happening to you specifically or your family, your household. Regardless of what it is that you're running into. Whether it be car related, looking to buy a house, something, a job issue, an injury, something like that. Roof on the house. Your idiot neighbor's idiot kid knocks a baseball through your window. Little things like that. Hopefully he's stacking so he can dip into the stack so you don't have to dip into yours. But either way, just trying to paint a picture here. Unexpected financial emergencies or expenses, whatever the case may be. If something pops up today and you're in a little bit of a rough patch and you have to dip into the silver, sell a little bit of it, in this case 14 ounces, so about $450, $460, $470 quote-unquote worth of silver. Maybe even a little bit more, maybe closer to $500 quote-unquote worth of silver. It's there for you. That's kind of the point of stacking. That's kind of the point of being financially responsible. It's kind of the point of preparing yourself. Now, many of us in the stacking world are also prepping as well. Now, I like to think of myself as someone that preps in a logical and sensible way, aka I like to prepare myself for, power outs, hurricanes, things like that. I'm not preparing for the end of the world. If the world's going to end, I ain't going to make it. So I'm not going to waste my time preparing for something like that. I'm going to prepare myself for something that realistically could happen and is more than likely inevitably going to happen anyway. Storms, power going out, things like that. Potential food shortage, or a financial rough patch that interferes with my ability to go and buy food. That's what food prepping is all about. Power going out. That's what that kind of prepping is all about. This is going on. That's what that kind of prepping is all about. On a financial level, that's what financial prepping is all about. Having that cash emergency fund to take care of yourself for at least bare minimum 3 months. The silver and gold. A long-term play. A long-term hedge against inflation, store of value. Preservation of wealth. Or potentially in the short term, a way of combating an unexpected expense. So coming around full circle here. Did you screw up by selling a measly 14 ounces of silver to take care of something that you needed to take care of? Absolutely not. If you needed to take care of something and you took care of it by doing whatever it is that you had to do, then props to you. Wouldn't want to congratulate you on selling the silver, but props to you for figuring out a way to solve a problem and solving it. A lot of people nowadays do not do that. A lot of people nowadays are reactive. They do not financially prepare themselves. They do not stack the silver and the gold. They don't even stack a cash emergency fund. According to a Forbes article, the average American doesn't even have $500 in savings. And that 14 ounces of silver that you just mentioned is almost $500 worth of silver. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that wasn't your entire stack. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you have more than 14 ounces of silver. You sold those 14 ounces of silver, and you still have silver remaining. I'm going to go ahead and assume the average person doesn't have $500 worth of silver. The average person doesn't even have $500 worth of dollars. The average person, when a financial emergency occurs, they're reactive and are forced to scramble. They panic. They don't know what to do because they didn't prepare themselves. You had been stacking for however long it's been that you've been stacking. A financial emergency popped up, and guess what? Instead of being reactive about it, you were proactive about it. So the problem, to a certain degree, kind of solved itself. You'd acquired the silver as a form of financial preparation. Financial emergency occurs, and guess what? Your preps took care of the problem. Your silver took care of the problem. Is that what you were stacking silver for? Probably not, but it's nice to know that the silver's there for you if you need it. I'm not just speaking for myself here. Many of us sleep very well at night knowing that the silver is there for us if we were to run into a problem and if we were to need it. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Have you ever been in a situation where you were forced to sell a little bit or maybe even a lot of your silver, a lot of your gold potentially? Have you ever been in a situation where maybe the cash emergency fund just was not enough, but thankfully you had been stacking some silver and gold as well, and that was able to supplement it and help you take care of whatever it is that you had to take care of. It's what it's for at the end of the day. Financial preparation purposes. Financial emergency pops up and you have the financial preps. The problem can potentially solve itself. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for bonus videos. Follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. And of course, 4 super quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn about the market. And I do plan on taking 3 people this month in May of 2025. I want to help 3 people learn about the market and help them and guide them through kickstarting their very own investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of those 3, please reach out, and the Webull link will be in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, whether it be anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know one more time. What are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video when it comes to stacking silver for the long term? Stacking for long-term wealth preservation, store value, hedge against inflation purposes. But we also got to acknowledge it could really come in handy in the short term should something occur that we weren't expecting. Medical bill, car repair, new roof, things like that. The silver and gold is there for us. We took care of our money. Now something happens, our money could in theory take care of us. What are your thoughts on that? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.